Okay guys, just give me a second. I have to work on the cropping just a bit. Let's see, a little bit there. That should look good. What do you guys think? I've been meaning to show off this game for a while, but I never got around to it because, you know, plans and shit. I like how you can see my mouse on the other computer there. Okay, how's volume doing? Yeah. Everything should be in working order. Okay, first of all, before we get started, if you hear any noise outside today, there is some work being done in the parking lot next to my house because, as I've said, you know, in previous streams, I do live in an apartment, and like one of the, you know, lots is like directly outside my house, and they're doing some work today. So hopefully they're not too loud. I mean, they've been pretty quiet, but well, more specifically, they're just, you know, doing boring old pavement. They do that like every couple of years or so. Yeah, hopefully you guys won't be able to hear it. Yeah, I think with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. This would be, first of all, today is Friday, I know. Today would normally be the day that I would stream something multiplayer related, but I don't quite have the setup ready for any multiplayer stuff yet. I still do have my capture cards and whatever, but I'm probably gonna need to make a new purchase on another monitor, because if any of you have seen the setup I had during E3, that was kind of a mess because I had to turn my TV around, and yeah, that was kind of strenuous. But I don't, the point is that I don't want to have to do that every time, you know, if I need to stream something from my capture card. And I think with that said, we're gonna go ahead and go on to the main event today, which is that I, mattlovania, am about to play this little indie game called the Stanley Parable. This game came out over a few years ago, back in 2013, I believe, and it started out as a mod for Half-Life 1 or 2, and then the developer decided to make a whole game based off of the mod. So that's pretty cool. Haven't played Half-Life myself though, but I hear there are still lots and lots of outcries for Half-Life 3 to be a thing, but you know, apparently Valve doesn't know how to count to 3 yet. Like, you know, Left 4 Dead 3 or Portal 3. Still waiting on those games, Valve. Gabe Newell, I'm looking at you. Okay. And once again, I'm playing in window mode, so if I have to read any notifications, then I'm gonna have to click off the game window constantly. So you're gonna have to bear with me on that. I also like the sound design for the menu. It's like whenever you hover over these icons here, it makes a keyboard sound, or a typing sound on a keyboard. Alrighty then, it's been roughly 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, that's plenty of time. So we're gonna go ahead and get started here. I think from now on, I'm gonna have to make an announcement video when I go live on YouTube. I only do it on Twitter, but yeah, shouldn't be too complicated. But yeah, here we go. The Stanley Parable. Fun little game. Gonna stream it for like an hour or so. Just as a short little little showcase, because this game does have multiple endings, and okay, okay. I thought my game crashed because it wasn't loading. The end is never. Okay, it should be working.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Enjoy the cutscene.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, I think after that long cutscene, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the volume because I have a feeling it might be a little too loud. And turn it to, yeah, turn it down like a few decibels. Okay. So, this is it, the Stanley Parable. Yeah, made in the Source engine, like a lot of Steam games, or, you know, just a lot of Valve games like to use this engine. It's very common. I do like the narrator. He kind of reminds me of the guy from who did the narrations for Little Big Planet, Stephen Fry, I believe his name was. But yeah, he's gonna be talking throughout the whole game. Yeah, by the way, mind the keyboard and mouse clicking from ye old studio mic. Okay. So like I said in the beginning, this game is very unique in that it has multiple endings. And I myself have played through this game before, like the first few hours, and I've gotten, like, all the endings are achievable, you know, in very quick time. And I'll show an example right here. I believe if we... Yeah, this is one ending right here.
Simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
And there we go. We got one ending. That'd be me. I just never leave my office. I don't know if we... What happens if we do it again?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
Oh, I get locked in. Shoot. Okay, this is the exact same. I was just purely curious. But yeah, whenever the narrator is talking, I'll try and stay quiet because the writing in this game is so fantastic. It's like the main highlight for the game. In terms of like, there is a true ending and a like true good ending, but I'll save that for like the very end of the stream.
Sure beyond any doubt was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will
yeah, this can be more or less relatable to any office job. Or, you know, if like you...
Just a little bit closer.
I don't know, it might set a bad example for
Here it comes.
certain people. I won't get into that. Yeah, but it was a little weird, Oh, whoa. Okay. I don't think I ever actually did that where I did that twice, but yeah. I don't know if you saw out the door earlier, but yeah, this is different. It's a linear hallway now. Okay. Yeah, I think E is to grab. Yeah, if we try pressing E, we can't go into any of these doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
wow.
he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I never saw that before. Or I never, like, did that twice, where I just locked myself in the office there. Okay, so this is like the, you know, the main room that we get to, you know, besides that linear hallway. So this is what makes the Stanley Parable so special. By the way, if you haven't played this game, then I highly recommend it. You can... The demo itself is pretty cool as well. It's like a totally different game. Yes, I have played the demo. And it's pretty cheap on Steam. I don't know if it's on sale because right now it's the Steam summer sale. Probably making this outdated, but whatever. Yeah, anyway. You may or may not have heard the narrator, but he said that Stanley... Yeah, that's the main character we're playing as, obviously, but... Yeah, the main character, Stanley, would enter the door on his left, but... We do have a door that we can enter through our right. Now, if chat were alive... then, you know, this would be a lot more helpful, but... Let's see, do we want to obey or disobey the narrator? He's like the only voice in our head throughout the entire game. Let's see, we'll try and obey him. But we're gonna screw around with him.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention in the beginning, but the music that you heard in the waiting screen was Club Unicorn's rendition of Build Our Machine from Bendy and the Ink Machine. So there you go. Buy my cover on iTunes. The future was yesterday, tomorrow's now. I like the what's written on the whiteboards. Targets. Push for funding for research and development of new coffee machine. Not cost efficient. What's not cost efficient? Standardize graphs 40 times wide. Get Chris out of the broom closet. That's another ending. We'll show that off later. And this is the meeting room. Oh, I like this slideshow. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward the, okay, I couldn't read that fast enough. What are your dreams for the future? Talk radio, nature, mitosis, transcend, charts, success, lunch, plant life, opponent. Just do it, dude. That's all that slide had to offer. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Done. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Talk it out passive-aggressively on other
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all. He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Yeah, I think that's the point. Like, that's your whole purpose and meaning in life, is to, you know, tell my life story. You're kind of like the voice inside my head. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please, no more charts. Please, no begging. The Boss Appreciation Minute. On your Boss Appreciation Minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out and... okay. Yeah, it's going by too fast. Like every slideshow. Yeah, the narrator is precious in every way, and he must be protected at all costs. To do. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market parade. I think. Monetize free to play. Okay, we're done here. Oh, did they get Chris out of the broom closet? Looks like it. Yeah, we'll go inside.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
And no, I think I'm gonna stay here. I think, yeah, control is the crouch. Yeah.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Ooh, a roll of tape. Ooh, a broom.
It was
Ooh,
place
where you put your mop.
Sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA. Ooh, a wrench.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Well, what if this gives me another ending, dude? I just want to, you know, experiment.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
You say that, and yet it might get me an ending anyway.
This is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
I love how it's highlighted.
Ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find it concerning.
Well, joke's on you, I don't have any friends.
Stanley was fat and ugly.
Oh, wait.
Really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Damn straight. I guess this is my life now.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Oh, okay, I'm back. All right. Yeah, so there are no endings for the broom closet.
Ah, second player. Good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Yeah, he died. I'm not Mattlovania. I am his second cousin, Trevor Lovania. Yeah, that's it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Walked upstairs or downstairs. Yeah, I feel like going down to hell today. Oh yeah, wow. I think I really meant that. Okay, now it's just a friggin' red light.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh yeah, you're
Why
right.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Oh, okay, you're right.
These rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah, I
They
thought...
simply repeated.
Okay.
No, Stanley said to himself,
Oh,
this
boy.
is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what
Exactly.
Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
Reality is a hologram. Buy gold, buy.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring
Whoa.
through space
Okay.
on a
Yeah,
magical star,
that was weird.
and it too appeared. It was so much
Now I'm
fun.
seeing stars.
Stanley marveled that he had still not
Ooh.
woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question
Trippy.
of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
At least I'm getting good exercise from
Was
this.
Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back. the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
I don't really blame her. Probably reacting the same way. Oh, hey. Our office is back. Yeah, there are many different theories of, like, who the voice inside our head is. Maybe it's... Could you imagine if it's, like, if it's actually Stanley talking to himself all the time? Like, he's the narrator this entire time.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Well, that's different. Oh. Playing solitaire? Yeah, there's no way of zooming in. I don't think so. Yep. Just looks like, well, not exactly gray. It's like a lot of brown and... yeah. Just like any other boring looking office. Okay, I think it's this door. So I have gotten this achievement before, but I wanted to see if I can show this off, if I can. Or, oh wait, no, it's click. Oh darn, yeah, he doesn't say anything. Anyway, if you can, you get an achievement if you click on that door a certain amount of times, and yeah, a lot of shenanigans happen. But sadly, I can't show that off because I already got it. But if you really want to see what happens, then you can find another video on YouTube yourself. The achievements are a little blasphemy, because I think there's one where you have to play this game for the entire duration of a Tuesday, and there's another one that's like really impossible.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. We're going for a half hour. Okay, we're good for a while. Let's go right this time.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Exactly. I got like almost 500 drop frames from, I think, that one cutscene where Stanley was dead on the sidewalk. Oh dear.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. Can we, speaking of drinking, can we have coffee?
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
Coffee nut.
A room
Yeah.
so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Mm-hmm. Can I buy a soda?
At this
Damn.
point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yeah, possibly. There's many different theories.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh yeah, what's that? You gonna tell me that I'm crazy or insane? I might be, but whatever. Sadly, I can't. I can't pick up objects like that coffee cup. Yeah, I like how the outside is like a white void. It's kind of like we're in the Matrix.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room.
Yeah, there was no more dialogue there. Okay.
To get back to business.
Ooh, nice painting. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art. I think that, yeah, that almost looks like a painting ripped straight from Portal 2. So we can either go that way or straight. If we go that way, that'll lead us to the correct path. Let's continue disobeying him.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, I just feel like being a jackass today, I suppose. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Some sign you got there. Doesn't really do much, though. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Yeah, I suspect so, but there is a doorway there. Maybe. I think I can go there. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Well, I don't know if I... Well, to be fair, it's like, I wouldn't be alive to, like, actually pay that, or unless, you know, like a friend of mine.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is it our waifu Sans? Ooh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Well, what if I don't want to answer the phone? What if it's some prank caller or spam caller? Or what if it's the IRS? Oh no. Oh, I don't have the courage to do it. There goes the voicemail. I'm sure that exists on this phone, right? I am genuinely curious because I've never had it go on this long. Okay, I'll give it like a few more rings. Huh? Nothing? I still don't buy it. There's something awfully suspicious about this. What if I don't want to answer? I could always pull the plug. It's right here.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't know that was possible. Let me double check.
Flipping through the script.
Definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful
It's
choices?
like life.
What did you... Wait a second.
There's absolutely no meaning to this world.
No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
We're all gonna die.
You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making.
Oh, what?
Please observe this helpful instruction.
Not education.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Oh,
For
God.
example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve
This is probably
the
from
quality
the
of life
30s.
for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here,
I don't know if that's racist or not.
Sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense,
Yes.
in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Walt Disney.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Practice. I wonder if that was the narrator doing the the freaking
Excellent.
commercial. Oh,
Making
what the?
choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
We're
Most
getting all
medical
Dora the
professionals
Explorer
recommend
here.
making at
It's
least
like,
8 choices
you know,
per day.
we're supposed
If
to
you make
answer,
more
but it's
than
like
8, less,
you just like
and
awkward
finally,
silence for a
if you
few
begin to wonder
seconds.
if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
It's me.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Infield exercise.
Welcome
Oh
back.
my God!
You may
What
have
happened here?
noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're
Well,
going to
it happens.
revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Yeah, you can play nice all you want, Mr. Narrator Man. But I'm still not buying it. Alright, fine. But you gotta admit, that was still funny, though. Oh, no. They added like a freaking fence here.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine
Yeah, we also can't jump.
dying
Should have addressed that
halfway
before.
through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
That's a lot of boxes. Probably filled with lots of paper. Okay, well, we can't go anywhere else. You're trying to put restriction on my game, will ya?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I'll be home free in the real world, huh? But what if I want to, you know, stay in this nice looking, interesting waiting room again? I mean, you know, we got a soda machine, a few chairs, and, you know, maybe some crossword puzzles somewhere, or, you know, we can drink coffee. Actually, no, there's no coffee. Well, we can file some paper, or we could just look at some of these pictures, you know, take some art therapy. No? Okay. I see. Or maybe we have a notepad here. Maybe we could fill out our thoughts and see what other people think of it. If we have any other person in the room right now. Okay, you're not interested. Okay, I'm just gonna go out now. Yeah, we're literally going back to the room with the two doors.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right.
Living like Stanley, living like Stanley.
Two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Entered the door on his left. Gotcha.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, damn. What happened here? A little corruption and... Ooh. Okay. I guess I'll enter the door on my left then? Okay, well maybe there wasn't any repercussions from that, right? Everything will be fine. Or maybe not.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work?
Maybe no. No, we're doing great.
What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
Oh, no, you don't have to do that.
I have to.
Okay, well that escalated quickly. Oh shit, we're going in Silent Hill, bitches.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
Welcome to
If you'd just gone through the
hell.
door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh, what
that
the...
means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
We came back to life, guys.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, well, clearly we're Mario, and we just died, and we're on life count 98. Alright. So do we still want to obey him or disobey him? Well, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for him. Let's just follow his instructions now. Let's see what it looks like now.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Was that another ending?
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
It's been several months since I played, but it could be another ending. There's like, you know, hundreds and hundreds of endings to this game. Still haven't gotten all of them. I don't think there's even an achievement that that you get when you get all of them. Oh well. We can't even we can't even go back into the broom closet. Shoot. Well, it was fun while it lasted.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, there is a railing here blocking me from going down the stairs. Okay. He's getting clever. Yeah, see? We're just in a white, empty void. With nothing but exploring this dull-looking office building in our boring-ass office job. And now we're suddenly in Luigi's mansion. Okay, go in there. Nope.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to
Nice
discover
place you got
not
here.
an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nice pictures, by the way. Makes me think you're some sort of communist. Anyway.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Alright, Night Shark 115. And that didn't do
Is there
anything.
a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Well, I just said it and it didn't do anything. Like, I have a microphone
Okay,
right in front of
fine.
me.
You're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
I'm Bob. I'm not Stanley. Ooh. It's ourself.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The
I
end.
need you to walk
Yay.
through the door.
That's another ending.
Are you listening to me?
Thank you for playing the Stanley Parable.
Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The
This is
story
probably
needs you
what
to
the
make a decision.
narrator
I cannot do
sees.
this without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is
Kevin
fine.
Brighting, that's
We can
the narrator.
We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose.
I forget. A lot of people mention it in other Let's Plays of this game, but I forget what other game he's worked
I
on.
need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? You listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
This is kind of sad.
It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is
Galactic
correct. That is
Cafe.
the choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Ooh. Okay. And that was the end of that. And we're back here. We're gonna be starting in our own office every time. Yeah, all of the endings are amazing. I don't know if I could just pick one. If I had a favorite, then I couldn't just pick one.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Just me. Me. Awaiting input. Yeah, I don't think there's any sort of password around here that I see. Username access. That's a nice username, access. Alright then. Where were we?
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. This was not the
Screw
correct
you.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, just to admire it.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Yeah, best room. 7.8 out of 10, too much blue.
Yes.
Because
really,
it reminds
really worth it being
of
here
it
in
reminds
the
IGN of a certain
room so
thing.
utterly captivating that even though but eager
I
to
think
get
that's
back to business, Stanley took
that's the same thing he
first
said.
open door on
Okay.
his left.
Well, you might have saw... I'm not going to go that way, but I did see another pathway right here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Tell me if you guys can see it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure.
You see that right there?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Wait for it.
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Whee!
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't
yeah.
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Especially like with that tone of voice.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger, danger everywhere. Not surprised. I mean, we have a very long fall, and you know, yeah, this place isn't really safe at all. Again, we're in the Matrix. The world is a hologram. Or no, it's reality. Reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Buy gold, buy. I think that's what Mr. Cypher said. Warning: do not stand on this side of the fence. What do you mean, this side? Or it could be that side. They look the same. 2B4, 2B5. I like 2B. She's a nice girl.
Carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley walked through the red door, so... I don't know. This could be offensive to colorblind people. Like, what if a colorblinded person were to play this and they didn't... If they didn't know which door to enter? My favorite color is blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, see, I even have teleportation powers like Sans. So in truth, I'm playing as Sans Undertale. Do it again.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay. Oh damn, I need a card to open this thing. Damn. There's a blue door. Screw you, I'm going through the blue door.
Alright, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Ooh.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
You know, if I could talk to you, then
Take a stab in the
I would say
dark
yes to
and
all of
design,
those.
and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This
Ah.
one feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ceiling light. Ceiling light. Yeah, this is a very well programmed universe that you made. Oops. Yeah, I have a small desk, so I hope you guys didn't hear that bump. Yeah, this is a very well programmed universe you came up with, good sir.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Wait, hang on a second, because what would 1 to 5 be? Would 1 be the best, or 5 be the best? Because 5 would be the highest, but 1... Yeah, we want to be number 1. And I'll say 1.
1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations. You saw
well, you weren't being specific, dude.
To more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge.
You weren't specific enough.
Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
The Stanley Parable worldwide leaderboard. Oh man, look at that. In total, 91,700. Oh, okay. A lot of doors have been opened. Did you know that 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players did something. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable something. Yeah, I doubt this is in real time. It's okay. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna go through this door. Yeah.
Would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Okay. Now that we know that 5 is the best and 1 is the worst. Thanks, Mr. Narrator. Leaderboards are okay, but until, you know, you get some hackers participating and they jack up the numbers, it becomes less fun. So, it was okay.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Does it look like I have a choice here? Just teleport me, and oh god.
Baby crawls left towards danger.
This is a little inhumane.
Button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation.
Yeah, meaningful, you say.
Endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4 hours?
Give it 4 hours of play to make
Yeah, we
sure
do
it's
get an
good.
achievement, but I
Be sure to keep
never
notes of
bothered
your
to get it.
experience.
So, if you want to sit here and hear this horrible noise for about 4 hours, then by all means, go right ahead. But I'm gonna stop this now.
You heartless bastard. Did
Oh,
you do it because you hate babies or purely
says you.
to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely
If you
out
think
of
you can do
ideas.
it, then
I can't think of a
yeah, then
single thing
by
that
all
might
means.
improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
yeah, anything would be better than that, thank you.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, and what is it?
Well, Stanley.
It's Minecraft.
At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
He's actually building a house right now.
This will go here, no, here, and then...
Yeah.
Let's see, what does it need?
I have played Minecraft, but I fell off that wagon a long time ago.
Yes. It's complete. I made it, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay. I love my new house made of dirt.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes.
Diamonds.
Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Yeah. Make a great house for you, narrator. I'll even have the the calm music playing. I do like the music in Minecraft, but again, it's like a... God, how old is that game? Like, it's over a decade old, and it's been ported to like so many consoles at this point.
Dark. You brought a light?
No, I don't have a torch with me. If that's what you're implying.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
Oh,
I'm
come
looking for
on.
something more narrow and linear.
Don't ruin this for me.
You feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one.
Oh, I can't even see anymore. No! Go back to Minecraft. It's still weird. Okay, now what? Ah! It's Portal!
I don't even know what this game is, but
And I heard a sound. What was that?
You trapped in a glass.
Hold on. Commander Root. Thanks for the follow, my dude. You are now a fellow Lovanian. Hope you feel proud of that.
Box with no way out. This
Meanwhile, Portal.
Talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be?
Copycat.
I can't figure it out. Ooh,
Portal 2 is better, though.
I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Can I pick up the radio? Yes, I can. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. 85.2 FM. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. 2007 was a very wonderful year. 2007, 2008, whenever this game came out. Yeah, we can we can throw it. No, 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 no. Clipboard? Oh, no, no, no. I want to see what it says. Portal test sequence. I can't read that. Not really. Now let's put in the toilet. Can we flush it? Yeah, it still has a lot of crap in there. Yeah, the first Portal game was still good, but Portal 2 improved on it by so much.
It's a puzzle.
Give me the box, give me the box!
You're forte.
Yay! It landed on my face! I'm surprised I don't get killed by that. And... done.
Genius.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Okay.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty.
Oh no!
I really don't care much to see you stumble.
No, 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 no!
I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is
Take me
why,
with you.
rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons.
Hey,
I think I'll just go about
I take
my
offense to
business,
that.
making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then, I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made. The thought won't last long.
Joke's on you, I'm not Stanley, I'm Bob.
With your work, and I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
I wonder if I can no-clip. I don't think I have any access to the developer console. But that was like one of the fun things I'd like to do in the PC version of Portal, is like do the no-clip and like skip some parts. It was fun. Well. Hello? Is there anything down there? And hope we brought our long fall boots. Was expecting more of an impact. Filing cabinets. Work in progress. Kind of looks like the moon from this angle. And okay. I guess we're in the basement. The Stanley Parable alpha test. Beta. Office space. Alternate. It's too dark. Okay, well. I think we're doing some fourth wall breaking here, folks. Goodbye, world. See you around. I'll remember you all in therapy. And okay. Where are we now? Where are we now? It's so dark in here. I don't even know where I'm going. I want to go back to Minecraft. Huh? What's in there? Stephen Hawking, is that you? Playing with your computers? By the way, rest in peace. Oh, what is that? Huh. Yeah, I can't tell what that is. They're probably just making music. And looks like they got blue screened, which is why they left. They couldn't just give it the old, you know, bang on the computer and just magically get it fixed.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Well, what did you find? You can't just leave me on a cliffhanger like that. Oh, damn. I guess we'll never know. Yeah, that was a very trippy ending. Alright, water break time. Excuse me, folks. Take a little swig of my agua. And now we're back. If I could play as, then I could, but sadly not a partner yet. Anyways, how many endings was that so far?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay, here's the proper
Stanley
dialogue.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
In short, the memo was probably, okay, bye. Yeah, so we got like a few of the endings so far. Sadly, no broom closet ending. And okay. This is already different. I can get down with this.
When Stanley came to a set of two
And
open doors, he entered the door on his
now it's
own.
no longer interesting. You know what? Let's follow his advice this time. Mix it up.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yes, we can go back in.
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Pretty much the writer's excuse to not like despair the narrator. Spare him right here. Yeah, sadly there's nothing new added here. Dang. Sadly we can't pick up the tape. You know, just in case if like we encounter the narrator in his final form at some point, so that we're ready. Alright. Fine. I'm out.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And that's exactly what we're gonna do. See the boss man. Oh, we actually have a sign here, executive bathroom. Can't use it though, because Stanley is immune to the, or he just has a strong immune system. Just to be, you know, really boring about it.
Stepping into his manager's office.
Okay, now his office is a lot more bigger and fancier.
Any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered
he has
in
a piano.
disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Now we have a
But of
reticle.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
We'll just continue to appreciate his office more. It's a lot nicer than before.
Stanley just sat around twiddling
And at the
his
same
thumbs,
time, a lot
trying to input anything
more
that was
unrealistic.
useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I'm gonna wait. Just to test your Patience, old man.
2845.
Well, now it's red. That means he's getting angry. Thank God it's a keypad and not a voice recognition thing.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in.
I forgot.
The door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
A little passive aggressive, huh? 2, 8, 4, 5. And it doesn't matter anyway. Ooh, an elevator. Now we're really going down to hell.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Meanwhile, in hell, you might as well, we should say.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. There's an escape route, though. Tempting. Do I want to be a hero or a coward? I'm gonna go move this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Violent death? Yeah, well, that kind of sounds like hero stuff, and I don't think Stanley would be the type of guy who would do that.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm just making Stanley seem to be like more and more of a jerk.
Concerted effort to walk forward.
It's great.
And willingly confront his death.
That's why we have silent protagonists in these games, folks. You can make up their own personality. Ooh. Whee! Do we splat our face on the floor? Or no? I thought that'd be just a bottomless pit.
As the machine whirred
But this is a whole lot worse.
Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise. He reflected that his life had been of no
And I
consequence
can't really move.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned.
Oh boy, this isn't good. This isn't good.
To his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What a way to go. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
Who
into
are
the
you?
enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I can't believe the narrator is fucking dead. Thanks for the save.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I don't know. Just bought the game and, you know, I'm here.
When every path you can
Am I
walk
dead?
has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Yeah.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I know it. We're actually in heaven now. That's why we're seeing all this white around us. But I don't see any angels though. Nature paintings. Stanley's computer. Oh, I see. This is some sort of behind the scenes or some museum of some kind. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Through the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Game design, people. It's a thing. And it's hell. So I've heard. That doesn't really stop me from doing it, just as long as I have the passion. Wouldn't mind making my own game someday. But, you know, maybe not for like another 10 years from now. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, and an exploration of contradiction this room posed. I see. Yeah, I imagine that part was pretty crucial. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. I see, so it's pacing. You got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. It really depends on how long the narrator would be talking for. Yeah, this is genuinely interesting to me. I might be I might be making this sound boring to maybe some of you, but I don't really care. Filing cabinets. Office computers. Hey, yeah, there is solitaire. Typical card game at a at a work computer. The Office. Never seen that show. But I've heard it's good. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Interesting. Basically, these are just all assets of the game. And here are the credits in, you know, fancier, elegant form. The Stanley Parable, written and designed by Davey Reedon and William Pooh. Pooh? I think it might be Pa. And the impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. Quite impeccable indeed. Yeah, and also the guy who made this game was also responsible for the beginner's guide, which I also own and might do a short playthrough of that at some point. It's a really good game. Albeit, you know, it's a good game if you haven't been spoiled by it. Just like this game. You should try it out for yourself before watching other playthroughs on YouTube. Because really, you're just watching this for, you know, my commentary. That's the whole purpose of a Let's Play, after all. Early version of the maintenance room. It doesn't look any different, but it's interesting all the same. Greenlight. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval. I guess these were it. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. The point of the Stanley Parable HD Remix is to lose. And it says HD Remix because it was based off of a mod from Half-Life. More endings, fewer endings. More narrators, fewer narrators. More Stanley, less Stanley. I first heard about this game, when was it? Only like a year or two ago. But, you know, still interesting to learn a little early history. The Lounge, an early version of The Lounge. Yeah, and it's obviously a lot more empty. The apartment timer. We have an apartment. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Yeah, so you remember like when we watched that educational video? That was it. Yeah, but they took off the time limit, which is interesting. The cargo lift. This second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Yeah. Must have been a lot of work, but yeah, it looks a lot better now than it does here. It looks like a room you would see in Portal. Because of, like, it's obvious because of the white walls. It makes me want to, like, have a portal gun. Yeah. The cargo lift. The cargo lift was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player to falling to their death. Which I didn't do. But is entirely possible. But isn't really an interesting ending. I've been saying interesting a lot throughout this entire room. But this game as a whole is pretty interesting. Unless if you're going for all of the endings or for all the achievements, to get to the true ending it takes like less than 10 minutes. So you don't really have to, put up with a lot of shit. Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately was the simplest version that won. What does that say? That won out. I thought that said cut for a second. Huh. Yeah, you have your 4 options there. It's good to have options. That's the entire point of the game. The game is now paused. What does it look like? Yeah, and this is what the pause screen looks like. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. I don't know if that ending still exists, though. I'll try it after we complete this ending, though. If that's something we could do. Zending model. The Zending was... or the Z ending. Or the Zending. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending. And we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Yeah, we haven't even seen this yet. Giving us a little bit of spoilers. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Yeah, and again, it looks a lot like Portal. I wonder why. Zending levers. These layers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Oh, come on. That's such a tease. I want the narrator back. Too bad the levers don't work. What's that? Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator, informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Never seen this before. Okay. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Where would we be without YouTube? Probably outside. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the Countdown ending. Oh, I think I missed it. I think that all they showed... Oh, there. Oh, I clicked on it. Did that do anything? It said 32. 11. I don't know if that's... Yeah, this is spoiling a lot of stuff. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. I probably should have done this last. But I thought the true ending would make for a good way to end this stream off, which I think I'm gonna go for like another half hour or so. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the 2 endings together instead. Yeah. The elevator ending. Countdown room. Early version of the countdown room, which we haven't seen yet. Yeah, this museum is huge, assuming this is like a museum. Game design mockup. This is the level that William, the level designer, shoutouts, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment had changed, the basic layout from this mockup is still in the game. Oh yeah, it was like from the last ending we did, I think. Yeah, where everything's in shambles. Okay, we've been there before. Oh, Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011. On the second in March 2012 and the third in February 2013. So this was the first. Well, that's the second, getting a little more detailed. And here's the third version. Yeah, they got rid of the... They just stuck with the old computer design for the main one. That's cool. It's like an Apple computer. Or one of those... one of those old-timey computers. Huh? Oh, whoa. Haven't been here yet. Narrator emails. After the second trailer, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Are you gay? From Dink Duck. Anthony... Oh, I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce that last name. Partner. I am Anthony. Business broker. Police partner. These are... Yeah, these are kind of hard to read because of the white screen. Okay, my phone was buzzing for a second. Alright. Well, I think we probably explored most of this already. Is there anything else we missed? Anything at all? I think there might have been one. Oh, it's down there. I see it. Oh, here. Office clock. No different. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Yeah, I guess the middle one is the final cut. Employee lounge. I like that room. It's my favorite in the entire world. Underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game. Oh yeah. Yeah, we were there just like a few minutes ago. Simplified it a lot. Ooh, narration outtakes. Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Ooh. I think if we come close to any of these chairs, you could probably hear them. It's hard to tell because I have the volume so low. Yeah, not really surprising with outtakes because that'll happen. But, you know, they can either be hilarious or, you know, just straight up embarrassing. Personally, I prefer the former. This was the first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Yeah, alpha builds are... They're generally, like, very simplistic, and they don't have a lot to show. Okay, I think... Yeah. I like that. It has an exit sign. Let's get out of here. I think we've seen enough.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Stanley Parable. I might use this for the thumbnail. On, off. Well, I want to be free, so let's shut her down.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Who's they?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh, I think I might understand.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before
More
they
fourth
both
wall
fail.
breaking.
Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time
Bup. Dead. Well, well, suddenly you were a random narrator lady. It's like I don't know who to trust in this game anymore. Okay, yeah. The solution, we just have to restart. Begin the game again. And we're back. Yeah, we're offered a save option. Oh, I think you do get an achievement for saving, I think. Okay. Did that save? Oh, I have to double click. Yeah, there. Okay. Good to know. Alright. I think I'm good to go for maybe just showing off another few endings. And then I'm gonna have to call it.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Again, if you want to check this game out for yourself, then by all means you can do that. It's on Steam for, it's cheap, I believe now. It's like $10 or something. Support the creators, Galactic Cafe, they make some awesome stuff. And yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I sound like a spokesperson now. Dick. I mean, what? There we go. I'm back. What do we want to do now? We'll disobey you again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
How many times have we been in here?
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Ooh, deeper. That's what he said. I like how he has something different and interesting to say about this room.
Really, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, we'll go to the left.
He detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
The maintenance room. But this elevator is so enticing. Nope. I want to see. I want to see what's down here. Loading screens. You'll never get old.
To the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
And click out of the game. Or did my game crash? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Stanley Parable, are you alive? Oh no. Ah, don't do this to me, no. Crap, I'm gonna have to restart the game, aren't I? Yeah, I can't click. Oh, shoot. Okay. Hold on, folks. Technical difficulties. Oh, wait. I got it. Hold on. Yeah, click back. Turn volume back on. Okay, that was weird. Okay, I thought the game crashed, but I do not know what's happening, because I've been having problems where like Windows 10 thinks it's funny and just decides to click out of the game window. I don't know how to solve that. Okay. Game's still working though.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Yeah, good job. Then to the right.
No.
And no.
To the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
There's like one particular ending that I want to show off.
Now, let's see. We went
It's
down,
probably
right,
one of my favorites.
down, left.
You know, besides the going to
Okay, yes.
Minecraft
I've
and
got it
Portal
now.
Land.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Yeah, you have to flip through your script, huh? Mr. Narrator guy? Trying to play God on me.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Look at
Quick,
all the
Stanley,
pretty
close your eyes.
TVs.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track,
Ooh, is this it?
Okay, from the top.
Oh, this might be it. Oh no, never mind. Or it could be. Let me see. I could be jumping ahead.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
All right. Well, apparently we weren't meant to see that. Thus, we get a reset. All right, Flowey. He's okay. You know what? New theory. The narrator is secretly Flowey from Undertale. That's it.
When Stanley
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah, I
what?
think this is it.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you
I don't
move
think so.
the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago.
I
I'm
literally
sure that it's
don't know
here
anything
somewhere.
about this.
Okay, then. It's an
This is all you're
illusion.
doing.
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Well, I want to go this way, but I can't. Freaking. See, this is why Stanley isn't allowed in the Olympics. He can't even jump. Alright, well, we got more doors to enter through. I like right. Let's go right.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh no! We're just looping and looping around. And yet, it's kind of zen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What does that cup say? I like what? I like work. I just... Oh. That's... Okay, I like work, I just hate my boss. That's what it said. True, very true. Especially for like a job like this. kind of like talking like my parents.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible
Yeah.
the story is back where we just came
You think?
from. Why don't we go back
We could probably through.
and see if we missed anything?
We can just maybe walk through one of these walls. Could be like, oh, you know what? Another theory. This could be like we're in a Zelda game, and this is a dungeon, and maybe there's like a hidden room somewhere, and we have to find the Master Sword and defeat Ganon. Or maybe we can just take the back door. Okay, where do you want me to go? Okay. Now my office is gone.
Ha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I'm having a good time so far. I think this is like my favorite ending. Ooh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
No, it looks like an attic.
I can't quite...
Or no. What was
believe
this place
my
called?
story took place in a
The
long
museum
period.
told us about
Is
this.
that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so...
Huzzah.
Good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no, I don't feel
Or that might have
about
been
this at all.
rhetorical.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No! No, I like that room. It was my favorite next to the broom closet in the waiting room. Yeah, yes. Okay.
All right, I've
The
got a
Stanley
solution.
Parable
This
adventure
time, to
line.
make sure we don't get lost,
Trademark.
I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
They're just like
follow the
Minoton.
line. How simple is that?
Okay. Whatever you say. I guess we gotta follow the line now. We gotta be like Emmett from the Lego movie and follow the instructions. Well, let's go this way. Screw the adventure line.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
The line trademark. So if you use like those words, the line, then you're gonna get in a lot of trouble. Probably make it double. Oh, and here's Garfield's cup. I hate Mondays. I wonder where he is. Oh, there's the solitaire computer. Yeah.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over
Okay.
in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination? Even
Oh
if there's
boy,
no
here we
story?
go.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination
He's gonna
still
put
a
us in a
story?
mindfuck.
Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is
okay.
inevitably conjured into being via the very
Yeah, I think the line's a
manifestation of the
little bit
nature of life
broken.
itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
I wasn't even listening to you.
I think
You
what
were just
we need
rambling.
right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I like this. Oh, the Riddler was here. Except it's not green. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the adventure line is going nuts now. I kind of want to stay quiet for this. Beautiful. Well, now we're in the filing room. Oh yeah, that's that's trippy. You saw that, right? Whenever we pass these two pillars right here, check that out. Yeah, I don't know how that's programmed. Well, no, it just leads us back here. It just sends us in a loop.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
What, this one right here?
This fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, gotcha. I'll even nod. I'll nod for you in agreement. Okay. Just an ordinary fern that we apparently gotta remember for later on.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley
420.
Parable, right? The story is.
There's a potted plant there. And it just leads us back here.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted
Spoilers.
you, after everything we've been through,
Pirate.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No. God damn it. Will this ever end? Alright then.
You know what?
More line, okay.
I say forget the adventure line. What's
Never
it
mind.
Done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That way? Alright, screw you, line. You were pretty worthless.
Now, yes,
Hope you go burn in the
this is
fire.
Exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh no, not you again.
It's back.
I'd also like to veto the
No.
from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
It. It was trademarked. Like the movie It, which I haven't seen. But clowns don't really appeal to me. Okay, well, line gone.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay,
Ooh.
so I know that each door
Red.
has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination
I'll be a rebel.
corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes,
Hope
then
this
by all
isn't
accounts,
making
the
you
door
guys
on the right
dizzy.
is the correct one.
Okay, I'll
Another
stop.
victory of logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
You want me to go through that door? Damn. Okay, fine. Yeah, the confusion ending.
The confusion ending? You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Apparently.
That's really how all this goes?
The narrator's gone after a long time. Stanley dies.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh, Jesus. Good thing I have the volume turned down. Yeah, that was the confusion ending. One of the longest routes you could take in this game. Alright. Yeah, we're almost done. Okay, I think it's about time we get to the true ending. Because we've been going for over 2 hours now. But just in case something is... If something goes wrong, I'll save. Just in case. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
By the way, let me know in the comments section below, out of all the endings in this game, which one is your favorite? So far my favorites are either the confusion ending, which we just did, or the the ones where we went to the portal and Minecraft worlds.
Two open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Okay, I think it's about time we just listen to him. Get this done. I think that sounds like a good idea.
Not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
By the way, like, comment, and subscribe. I know I say that a lot, but, you know, it's like YouTuber code of conduct. Can't really help it. And he boarded up. Who boarded it up? The broom closet. That's funny. Yeah, we can't even... No, it's not possible. We don't have an axe or anything to break that down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Everything seems to be normal so far.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was
I still can't play the piano.
Not an indication of
oh wait, let's get the code.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud
8,
to nobody.
4, 5.
He began while Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Ah, yeah. calming new age music.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
That was like one step away from being a porno right there. If it went any longer, definitely. Okay. Well, it was just a simple 4-number code. Not really complex or anything. So, yeah, if you're going for the true ending, then you're just about to see how quick you can complete this. And it's really not that long.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Alright. We're not cowards anymore. Let's go. Ooh. What does this button do?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I wonder what it could be. It's not like we've been spoiled by this room, you know, a few times. I'm pretty sure it's nothing bad.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
This really is the Matrix.
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I want to see if I can find my office. I think we're 427. Yes? If the... Okay. Let's see, 427... Oh, there. I think that's it. Yep, that's his office right there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
It's not like he had much of a life in the first place.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Oh, now we're in Star Wars.
The reality of his past began to sink in. Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Mind control, huh? I wonder if that's a metaphor or something. Yeah, I think all companies have very good, healthy, you know, quality of life stuff, or, you know, just healthy workflow.
The source of the room's power. He knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
System power. Well, I know that we made Stanley the like a pretty, you know, stubborn jackass towards the narrator, but I think, you know, just to forgive the narrator for putting him through all this, Let's turn it off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I think we chose correctly. It's a beautiful day outside. Let's step out.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was okay. Not the true ending? Okay, there's more. I wasn't expecting that. Hold on. Let me shave. Well, I gotta shave soon, but let's save real fast. Okay, I thought that was the end, but apparently not. Okay, I'm gonna keep going for a little longer. This is another ending.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Or
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
what
had
is
simply
this?
left a memo.
Huh. Yeah, this is a surprise by me. I didn't like after completing that ending, I didn't really expect that.
When Stanley came to
Okay.
a set of two open doors,
Yeah.
he entered the door on his left.
It's just the different format, but you know, same rules apply. Anyways, folks, that was the true ending of the Stanley Parable, and this is where I'm going to leave off today's stream. So, I'd like to thank every single one of you for watching. This was a fantastic Screams here. This was a fantastic stream. I had a lot of fun. This game is a whole bundle of laughs. You know, highly recommend it. It's not, you know, if you're going for the true ending like I just showed off there, then it doesn't really take long. But really, at the end of the day, that's not really the whole point of the game. You know, there's like multiple endings. I didn't really show off all the endings that this game has to offer. But I'll leave that up to you guys if you haven't played this game yourself. And it doesn't really take too much to run this game, so, you know, if you have moderate hardware, then, you know, you can go nuts. You know, have your own adventure with Stanley and the the elegant narrator. You know, who could be passive aggressive at times, but still. I think the order we did things was it was pretty fitting. Like, we started out as a jerk, but you know, in the end we kind of reformed ourselves, started following the narrator's orders, and in the end we got what we wanted, peace. And we got the Pursuit of Happiness. Okay. So with that, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching live or on YouTube, wherever, follow me everywhere. Stay tuned for more links in the description. Will take you to different places. And yeah, I'll be back with more short game showcases like this in the near future. And those will be on Wednesdays, or it might continue on Fridays when I get a proper setup for streaming multiplayer games. But I don't know when that day will be, but it'll probably soon. I'll be sure to let you guys know when that day comes. But with that said, I have been the real Matt Lovania. This has been the Stanley Parable, or my playthrough of the Stanley Parable. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.